Voters in Mali have begun casting their ballots for a president expected to usher in a new era of peace and stability in the West African nation. Polls opened at 8 a.m. on Sunday in a runoff that pits Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, 63, a former prime minister, against Soumaila Cisse, ex-finance minister. Almost 7 million voters are taking part in Sunday's election that will see the new president leading Mali's recovery following a military coup that led to an armed uprising and a French-led military intervention. The two candidates declared themselves confident of victory in the runoff, called after none of the 27 candidates in the first round on July 28 achieved an outright majority. The election, the first since 2007, is crucial for unlocking more than $4 billion in aid promised after international donors halted contributions in the wake of last year's coup. Al Jazeera Ahmed Idris, reporting from the capital Bamako, said it was not clear whether the turnout would be as high as in the first round. The mood in Bamako and other towns is that of high expectation. People are hopeful that a new government is in place to immediately start tackling problems such as unemployment and corruption, he said. Lead up to vote. The days leading up to the vote have been largely uneventful, with cities and towns deserted as millions, over 90% of whom are Muslim, stayed at home to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr festival marking the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Keita and Soumaila have faced off before, losing the 2002 presidential election to Amadou Tmani Toure, who was overthrown by a military junta in March 2012 as he was preparing to end his final term in office. The return to democratic rule will allow France, Mali's former colonial master, to withdraw most of the 4,500 troops it sent to the violence-scarred country in January to remove al-Qaeda-linked fighters who had occupied the north in the chaos which followed the coup, imposing a harsh version of Islamic law characterized by executions and amputations. Keita, who is considered the favorite, was more than 20 percentage points ahead of his rival in the first round, but Cisse has remained optimistic. I am confident because it is not about adding to the votes from the first round. There will be new votes. It is a new election. Everything restarts from zero, he told the AFP news agency. Cisse had complained about widespread fraud in the first round while more than 400,000 ballots from a turnout of 3.5 million were declared spoiled. Mali's constitutional court rejected the allegations, however, confirming that Keita, 68, had won 39.8%, while Cisse attracted a 19.7% share. Reconciliation. Keita has urged voters to hand him a clear and clean majority in the runoff to ensure that victory cannot be stolen. Given the results from the first round, there is a good chance that they would be confirmed in the second, he said Friday. My first priority would be the reconciliation of the country. After the trauma that it has suffered, a new start is needed. Keita claims to have the support of most of the candidates eliminated in the first round and is backed by Mali's influential religious establishment, while Cisse has been endorsed by UDMA, Mali's largest political party. A UN peacekeeping mission integrating more than 6,000 African soldiers is charged with ensuring security on Sunday and in the months after the election. By the end of the year it will have grown to 11,200 troops and 1,400 police. Mali remains the continent's third largest gold producer, but its $10.6 billion economy contracted by 1.2% last year. Widespread poverty has contributed to unrest in the north, with several armed groups vying for control in the vacuum left when the Islamists fled. The region is home predominantly to lighter-skinned Tuareg and Arab populations who accuse the sub-Saharan ethnic groups that live in the more prosperous south of marginalizing them.